beautiful journal with you. I really have fell in love with this craft. I'm an avid crocheter for many years, and quilt making and just everything. Little bits of craft here and there. This is something I hadn't done in my days as a crochet crafter, quilter, and in recent years got interested but didn't really know much about it. And I'd like to thank the junk journal community of crafters out there with all their wonderful ideas and helpful knowledge, because this has become part of my everyday. I really and truly am grateful for all that they share. So I thought, why not? There's room for everyone, and I want to share with you my journals, and hope that you find this interest in your craft world. The fun is right in your home. This book, from cover to cover, was things that I had for the most part, very little bit was bought at the store. And so over years and years of crafting, I just cleaned out my cupboards, organized my little craft space for making journals, and here we are. This particular journal was one of my first projects, and I love it. And I have several more that we will journey through. But for today, we're going to start with this one here. This is, of course, covered in beautiful lace with a little dangle here, with a little button sewed on the lace. All the lace is glued down, so it's pretty firm and solid. It's not going to come off. I have a spine here covered with this pretty lace and fabric lace with pearls on the side. And we have this beautiful spine jewelry, which comes off on the back here with some pretty laces and this little dangle here. I'd like to shout out to Pam at Paper Outpost for her ideas and shared knowledge that helps us make our journals even more beautiful. I hope to get involved with more of the wonderful crafters on YouTube and share in our acquired love for journal making. So here we go. The cover to this lace goes all the way around the book, and this added piece in the front and the little latch here doesn't really latch to give you that impression of being locked. It's tied with a beautiful ribbon, so we're just going to open that. So while you're working, this ribbon comes off. Set that aside, and your little spine journal jewelry comes off. This book is quite large. It's probably a 4-inch gator mouth. Let me just grab my ruler here. You know how that goes. Your rulers are always disappearing. Craft space is very hard to keep organized as you work. So this is, oops, wrong way. It'd be helpful if I could, yeah, this is about 4 inches. Of course, if I let go of it, it spreads out to be 5 inches. So standing, it's just about 5 inches actually. So it's quite large. It has 4 signatures. This one, I think, is about 80 pages. I'm just going to look back here and see my notes. Or not, but sometimes I can get my hands on things quickly and other times not, but I'm pretty sure this is about 80 pages. But that'll be linked in my Etsy shop, all the information, the size, and all the dimensions. So as we open it, there's a little note from the bookmaker, myself, and signed by me. And also I include a little note here that I put a name on my books, this journal's name is Desire, which is to wish or long for, is the definition of her name. And then we slide that right back in this front pocket. This is an idea from Pam at the Paper Outpost. These little circlets, I call them. And just from some junk mail, some scraps of papers that I had in my drawer. This little music paper, some flowers, and a coloring page. And on the back all have little butterfly stamps and room for journaling. And they just circled about and right back in. There you go. A little tuck there with some vellum. This page is has a great pink hue to it. I think there's a little bit ink, and then coffee dyed paper throughout all the journals. I really love the way that looks. I love the way it sounds. I love the way they feel. They're a little crunchy. We have some old book pages here. A lot of old craft crochet books that I've had over the years I've used because I've made copies of all my patterns that I use, so everything else can be used in the journals. This here is just a little dangle, little cluster of paper, some coffee dyed lace, and a button. And there it is. The other side is just another piece of lace with plenty of writing space. This page here, this is was originally a note card that I had made several years back. I made many different note cards. I did all the drawings so that I had a little shop years ago, craft shows and things like that I sold. So I've used some that I've had left over in my journals. And this is another good writing space here that's privately tucked back there. This page, I think, I got the idea from one of the great inspirational junk journal artists online, and I love it because you have 3 tucks in the front. These are, I think, from, they could be Tim Holtz cards, and I have the 3 of them here with a little writing space on the back for quick notes or remembrances. And on the side, there's 3 more pockets, and here I have little words, trust your crazy ideas. And each one, there's plenty of room for some writing space again on there. So this page is full of little pockets and tucks. Makes it very fun, and room for a note or, like I said, an appointment card. You need to remember little things. And of course, I can't not get this back in here, but we will. It should not be that hard. It slid right out. Anyway, I don't know why. There we go. It just wasn't at the right angle. And like I say, they go right back in. On the back side of this page, we have a bed shoulderette, like wrap, crocheted wrap. The whole pattern's probably not there, but it was just an old page, old in every way, fragile paper. And I thought it was best to just glue it down. A remembrance of crocheting, 40 years ago. More than that, probably. And then I have a little bookmark here, or a little journal card that you can write, again, notes on. And this one just I thought was so pretty, right? The different flowers and flower beds. And on the other side, again, some journaling space. So you have those. I use these all the time. I'm an avid reader as well, so I have multiple bookmarks all over the house. And more journaling space, a little more some lace. This pocket is made with many pockets of journaling cards on both sides. There's little clusters with lace, paper, little flower, little bead. I love this paper. A lot of the papers you get the scrapbooking papers and things like that. I also have a lot of paper that I've had in the house, so I have used those as well. With a lot of journaling space. This was just a piece of scrapbooking paper, and this is an envelope, so I have a pocket behind, a pocket here, then here as well, a pocket behind and a pocket here. So there's 4 pockets. So we start with the biggest ones, and then bring this one into this pocket. And then these butterflies fit right here, and then this one right in the front pocket. So again, you have 4 pockets, a little lace up here, a little pink, more lace. Here I have a little key, just a little dangle in the middle of this signature. Here there's a little seashell. I just love little gems of the words right out of my head. Jewelry or charms, there's the word. I love this matte paper, and again on the back, part of a crochet pattern book that I had for many years, with a little of raffia on the back of it. Gives it a nice texture, and this nice little pocket sticks right back in there. There's some beautiful papers that you can find. If you don't have some scrapbooking paper or such, you can use magazine pages, old book pages, anything to make your little pockets with, as well as your journal cards on both sides. There's room for writing. There's a lot of folks out there who are avid journal. Let me fix my book. I apologize for being out of view there. A lot of people journal, keep notes, and if you are, you would even write on this side. There's clearly a light piece of paper on this side, so you could go ahead and draw some lines and really just put notes on both sides. This one has lines on the back side, but you can do it on both sides. There's a little ephemera here. I think this might have been something from, it's an old one. This is from 1890, I think, or 1896 actually. I think this I got from Pam, actually. Journal space. I like that little tuck. Life is sweet. Here we got some more journaling space. Some just music paper with this gold ribbon. I just love this self-sticking ribbon here. Another little cluster. I love to have secret pockets for journaling. This is 2 little pockets here, like envelope cards. Lots of journaling space. On the other side, I have a little tuck here, a little piece of paper for journaling, a little coffee-dyed paper for a quick note, and here's a little pile of papers. They're all individual papers that you can journal on, or coloring paper, and some journaling space. All here for if you need a piece of paper to grab for a note. You have all these little cute papers to grab for your quick notes, or add into your journal and different your pockets. There's an extra paper there, and of course this whole page is open for some journaling. Here we have a band in the middle of the page with some coffee-dyed paper, both sides. Very good. I think my dog is trying to get in the office here. We'll see if he becomes a bother. He's an old dog. He can't handle being alone, so if I'm somewhere, he has to come and find me. Here I've just put little words: create, laughter, inspire, wide eye. And all they little open up for more special little notes, some journaling, maybe daily inspirations or thoughts, gratitudes. Another page of journaling space. I love the way the coffee dyes the paper sometimes with its own artwork. So pretty. Here we have a butterfly. Look on the bright side. Very cute. A little journaling space in the back. I love some of the words back here. Splendors of nature, gardener, pleasing the eye. Such cute, inspirational words. Be amazed. Always be amazed. You'd be surprised at the little things in life that really give us pleasure. Here's a beautiful lace-covered journaling card. This design underneath, I found great. I have to learn to keep myself in camera here. I get so involved in the book I forget where I'm at. This little design underneath is from a napkin, and how pretty is that? It's beautiful. I love the look of it. I put some butterfly stamps on the back. Just pretty. And this slides right into this little pink envelope, and this is behind the envelope, so there's actually 3 pockets here. Another journaling card with some writing space. Let's see here. There's some more journaling space. Here's an old recipe from those same crochet books that I had years ago. This is pickled peppers. It's probably the whole recipe there. And canned peaches. Make your own. Everybody's gardening these days, so some of these recipes might come in handy. Here we have little envelopes that I made and little journaling cards in each one. This one, it says able to love. This one is a little pink one, blank, plenty of room to write, and another card for journaling time. So cute. And this beautiful lace. I had so much lace in my cabinets. I have 5 granddaughters, so when they were small, I made them a lot of dresses and toys, and I have a lot of leftovers, so I'm so grateful that I can use them now. The girls are grown and not big on little lace frilly dresses, so they're too big for that. More journaling cards, a little vellum pocket in the front of this card. Hope your day is as sweet as you are. A little inspiration with more journaling space. Made these little flowers out of ribbon and stickers. How cute are they? Again, we have another butterfly. I have a thing for butterflies, so you'll see them in several of my journals. I think that we all need a little inspirational joy with a butterfly. Some little, I think these are Tim Holtz little cards. Another journaling card, a little piece of paper, coffee dyed paper with some pink ink and a butterfly stamp. We have plenty of paper here to write, a full page. Tuck that back in. More journaling space. A little ribbon bookmark, a little flower. It's very cute. Let me turn the camera just a bit here. There, maybe that'll help us. Oh, that's a little bit of a shadow, but my helper of photography is not here at the moment, but I will have him help me with the camera. I am disabled. I use a power chair to get around, so sometimes I need my handy-dandy assistant to help me with a few things, as in husband. So he does help me with the camera. Let me tuck these back in. More journaling cards. Another double pocket here. I love the flowers and the little clusters. More flowers, more journaling, more paper. This one actually, this little bookmark journaling card says bookmark right on there. It's a little bit better. So I found that in an old book of old paper, and I just thought, wow, that's so cute. We'll just use that right up on a bookmark. This is another partial pattern of a crocheted item. All these little journal cards, plenty of room for notes and writing. This is a little picture of a garden and a year-long color in every English style border. So there's a lot of information on flowers as well. Little tidbits. We have bling. You always have to have a little bling, you know. Makes our life so happy. Here's that old picture of some bird feeders, which are very popular today. And this probably was a book from the 70s. More journaling cards made from, most of these things are junk mail or even just cardboard that you get from all kinds of places. These circles aren't perfect circles, but you know, you don't have to have a perfect circle to make these little round discs. You can just use something that you have in the house that can give you kind of a circle, and they're so cute. I do have a circle punch now, but when I started I didn't have all the tools, so I did what I could with just things around the house, and it came out great. I can't grab here, there we go. This is just a little tag here with an old map piece of paper, word laughter, and a little bit of ribbon. Just makes it so cute. This page really doesn't have any journaling space. You could write on this piece, but I just thought it looked so pretty that I just dressed up this page, and there it was. This is a flower just out of circles. Again, I didn't have a circle punch. I just cut one circle and then traced a bunch of more and put them on there, and put some stamps on there with my stencils, a little sticker on each one, and inside here there a little tuck, another piece of paper. This one says remembered. So great for journaling your memories, special days. I need to put a little dab of glue there. This one is just different pieces of paper that I had scraps left over. I keep a little tray nearby, and I put all my scraps in, and then just use a bunch of little stencils to cover with flowers and butterflies. And that's all that I used there. This page has some, I'll lift this book up a little bit so you can see maybe better. There. This page has little recipes, sliced frozen bananas, and banana curled miniatures. I never made that one, but sounds interesting. Over here is just a page from a gardening book about this particular flower. I just thought they were pretty. I put a little pink ink on there and some lace. Great for journaling space because there's plenty of open space to write your notes. Another journaling page. Here's a couple of journaling cards. Here we have get together potato, bean sprout, and broccoli salad, and the recipe's right there. I love the lace pockets. Like I said, I have all kinds of lace and ribbon from my sewing box, my sewing cabinet. I still have tons of material, so I'm always busy doing some craft. I don't stay idle. I am busy every day with something. Another journaling card. I love this picture of this woman back, years and years and years ago. Just peaceful, sitting by a lake, enjoying the summer. A little tea table on this front. I love the little seed pockets that I got that idea from Pam at the Paper Outpost. I had done them before, though, in years back. I ran a daycare in my younger years, so there was always something crafty going on there because there wasn't a lot of money, and I had to keep these children busy, so we were making a lot of crafts. This little flower I drew for the most part, and then you cut out little leaves. I used stencils, little circles, flowers all the way around with a little material daisy on there, and just too cute with journaling space all around. Other lace on the edge. I like this it's like an invisible pocket. If you slip something deep inside, you wouldn't even know it was there. But I have this big journaling card there. Here's another flower that I put together just with some old wrapping paper, some ribbon, a little bead, little half pearl glued on there, some little fairy dust, so to speak, and a journaling card with some sayings on here. This is a little cluster card with all different papers with journaling space to write, and put it in this little tuck here. And a piece of paper with coffee dyed on it, and so wonderful. I love that you can, I don't know how I had that in there though now. I don't remember, but we'll figure it out. I'll put that, check that back later. I do love that. So many ideas with journaling and making these journals, that these papers are just little bits from a magazine, a gardening magazine, and then it's so pretty to put together, and it comes together in its own art form. I love this little picture, a little bathtub in the garden, so cute. All this journaling space, all kinds of paper, more journaling cards. This is a little pocket in a pocket. There's a piece of a little card here, and some journaling space, more writing space. Put this back in here. More journaling space on the back. I like to make some of them hard so that if you wanted to use one to write, if there was things in the way like this here, you could write up here without getting in the way of your cluster. That helps. A little handy. Another paper that is all glued down. Of course, the words go right out of my head sometimes. It's one of those days. But anyway, I can't think of it, but we'll think of it eventually. More writing space with some ribbon and some lace. Another flower. This book is all about the flowers. And some stenciling, some ribbon, and some paper. All the different textures. Here we got another collage. There's the word. Of course, you know, I have those days. Not anything serious, just have those days where the words slip out of my head. I enjoy the lace, the paper, all the different textures. It feels so nice when you go through. Here we have a nice journaling card with some writing space on the back. It goes right in here, in this little pocket, and it opens up, and you have all this journaling space here for your pleasure. Another collage page with some more little journaling space here. This page is just butterflies and stencils. It says, "Leave a little sparkle wherever you go." So that's a good thing to remember for all of us. With the times we're in, my goodness, we all need a little sparkle, don't we? I think we've deserved that after everything. More journaling space, some coffee dyed paper. This is a full sheet of paper. Just lots of room to write on. Keep that little space right in here. There are 4 signatures in this journal. I'm not sure I mentioned that earlier. So it's quite large, with many secret pockets, tucks, journaling cards, coloring paper here. I love to doodle, so this for me would be a great thing to do when I'm talking on the phone or talking to one of the grandkids. Keeps my hands busy. This one too, more coloring space, more journaling cards, a little collage pocket. This is a tuck. It's a side tuck. You could add more things in there more lace and ribbon. I love my little spider web. That was from another craft I had done. More ribbon, more journaling space. We have another envelope pocket here with more writing paper, coffee dyed paper. Oh, this paper here, this is an old ink paper that you would iron on to a piece of cloth and then embroider the design. And in my closet of crafts, I must have had that piece for, oh, I don't know, many, many years. And I hadn't used it, so here it is in the book. It just fit nicely there. There's some more tucks and some more journaling cards, little bitty ones for those. They're great for like marking things down, appointments, and then tucking them into your wallet or places that where you remember to check. More journaling cards. A pocket there, and then this one is behind. There we go. Enhance. More clusters, more journaling paper, plenty of room to write. I said some lace doilies for stencils. You can find so many things to use in your craft closet. I need to get, like I say, my cameraman is out today, but I need his help with the lighting, I think. We'll work on that. But I hope you can see okay. This is one of the pages from one of those old books that I used for my crocheting, but such great papers in there for the journals. I love them. And here we have another journaling card with a really pretty bouquet of flower garden. Love those. Here we have some more, I think, Tim Holtz little cards for quick little notes. Journaling card. That's just an envelope, part of a junk mail envelope. Just folded it up, glued on either side, glued the back on the sides so I could use the pocket. I folded it up so we have two more places, one more, well, there's two pockets. Put some more cards in there. And this is just covered in butterflies. Then we have turn the page, and there's a side pocket here with this large journaling card with a lot of space to write in the front here, and then the back this is about a little baby bird nest. Look, the bird's nest. More journaling space here. And this little tuck is, you just open it this way. Some more birds. A little card. There's two here. And a little journaling paper with a ribbon band. Again, we have a lot of coffee dyed papers. And this tucks right into both things here. With your little cards. And then the back of the book. And then we're done. So there's so much here to use, to tuck. This book is for sale on my Etsy shop. So you can find it there. It's got so much fun in there. And recipes and journaling cards that I hope somewhere, somebody fits together with this journal. I know our personalities are such that sometimes you see something and you think, well, that's really nice, but that's just not me. And then you come across other things that are like perfect for you. So somewhere this beautiful journal will find its way to the perfect owner. So that's it for today. I will be back again soon with another journal to walk through and more videos to come. Have a nice day.